Welcome to part 5.2 of the Killer Food Plot series. Today we're going to be talking about Smokescreen. Smokescreen is an exciting product that we produced this year and introduced to our growing KFP family. The Killer Food Plot Smokescreen was designed to create the screening effect much like our Border Patrol. In fact, one of the seed species that's in the Smokescreen in our KFP Structure is also in the Border Patrol. However, in growing a brand new food plot that we want to put screening in with less than ideal soil conditions, which I would say would be 6.0 to 7.5, which is where Border Patrol needs to be, the Smokescreen can be planted when you're in the low 5s on up as you're building the soil. The Smokescreen contains our Killer Food Plot Sun Hemp. And the cool thing about that Sun Hemp is it helps to naturally build the nitrogen content within the soil. It helps to pull phosphorus and potash from surrounding areas down below where we've lost or it's leached some of the phosphorus and potash out of the soil and draw it back up into that seedbed area where it's crucial to be able to feed the next food plot you're planning to plant. If you have a brand new spot that you're unsure of what to plant and you have at least 8 to 10 hours of sun to full sun, Smokescreen would be a great option for you to start off your food plot regimen. So where should you use Smokescreen? Well, much like Border Patrol, we use it on outside field edges where we're trying to create an extension of the secure cover of a thick wooded area or a swampy area or some type of underbrush. We would create a perimeter around our food plot, planting it again somewhere between 8 to 10 foot wide on the perimeter and 3 to 4 foot interior walls. You can also use it as a complete food plot or creating a bedding area that is available food in the sun hemp. Sun hemp, when it's young and below 2 foot tall, is a great food source for whitetail. In fact, they might like it so much it may not grow beyond 2 foot tall. But in the case that it is allowed to grow, or a portion of it is allowed to grow, it will mature and it will just add to the KFP Structure screening wall cover that particular seed species creates. This particular variety can get between 7 to 10 foot tall, creating that screen. And it's very important to understand the benefits of Smokescreen. Even if you have perfect soil, can continue to further build that soil for you. So when do you plant Smokescreen? Well, we often plant it in late spring or early summer, but the benefit of the Smokescreen is it can also be planted mid to late summer. It develops in about the same time, somewhere in the 80 to 90 day range from seed to full height, which is again between 7 and 10 foot tall. You want to be able to plant it when the ground temperature is 60 degrees at night. And that is very important because again, sun hemp is a legume. And so it's very important that that 60 degree ground temp be maintained as a minimum ground temperature prior to planting so that the seeds, when they freshly germinate, do not mold over and get killed off. So I bet you're wondering, how do you plant the Smokescreen? Well, you take it in a broadcast seeder, outline the perimeter of your food plot, creating your ins and outs in your interior walls, where they use a little hand crank or a shoulder version or a push. You need to make sure that you're maintaining the right seed distribution. So a single 13-pound bag of Smokescreen should create an 8 to 10 foot border around the perimeter of a 1 acre food plot. Now, if you want to create interior walls, you'll have to get a little bit more of the product. Once you broadcast the product, you want to harrow drag or work it into the soil one single pass. If you do not have a harrow chain drag, you can use a disc turned at an angle, or you can lightly run a rototiller not turning, just allow it to roll over the surface. And then we want to cultipack it or roll it. If you don't have the available roller or cultipacker, simply working it under the soil should be sufficient for good seed soil contact and root development to happen.